Everyone, low quality, back again, except this time we're doing a real build. So this is going to be the Whirlwind build, and it's going to be my version of it. There are a few things that you can tweak about this to make it however you want. I'm going to go the dual wield version. I believe snapshotting plus using like two-hand slashing is probably going to be better. It's all going to depend on this weapon. So Magnum Opus, it is a broken mechanic potentially if it's in its own damage bucket. If it isn't and it's in a more populated damage bucket, then it might not be worth the, you lose 2 fury every second. But if it is, then it's going to be insane. I've also heard some talk about the cost of Whirlwind going up if you're dual wielding versus two hand. So those are things I'm going to have to like mess around with to see if we can pull it off. But yeah, everything else is pretty straightforward, I think. I haven't looked at all the legendary affixes that people are using, but yeah, let's just jump right in. So once again, we'll be using the shout package, both on ring and the second ring. This is basically required for Whirlwind, I'm pretty sure. You need it to keep your fury up. For the ult, I'm going Wrath of the Berserker. And we are going Unbridled Rage, so it's going to make Whirlwind cost twice as much, so Fury Gen is pretty important. Outside of that, we're taking Lunging Strike, but we're not even going to be taking the third talent here, because basically you don't use your basic attack, you just Whirlwind. There's never a point where you shouldn't be Whirlwinding. The gameplay with this build is normally like Whirlwind for 7 seconds. As soon as all your shouts are off cooldown, use all your shouts, Whirlwind again. I don't think there's anything out of the ordinary here. This talent, you have increased crit. Could be something you take depending on if you're at 100% crit or not, but with how the dire Whirlwind aspect works, it's kind of broken. Whirlwind's crit chance is increased by 5 to 10 up to 80% on a two-hander. So you can get to 80% crit for free pretty quick. I think it's after 4 seconds. And they may nerf that going into the launch, but for now this is very strong. This is another build of mine that looks like we're using 3 uniques. You could swap those in for anything else. The grandfather here is just for the crit damage. We could change it to any other two-hand slashing. The helmet we could swap out easily. The only thing that's kind of required for this concept is Magnum Opus. So if you don't want to go dual wields, then you can just go with a random two-hand slash weapon and it should totally be fine. One of the other unique things I think may be good is going polearm expertise. So that's going to do lucky hit chance, and Whirlwind is a very low lucky hit chance base, so just juicing it a little bit will be helpful, I think. Primarily where we'll be getting Berserk is from Warcry's you grant Berserk for 4 seconds, and then an affix that when you crit, you just increase the duration of whatever Berserk you have at the moment. So those two in combination will hopefully be able to keep it up. When it comes to vulnerable, we have pressure point. This will be proccing not that often on Whirlwind. Polearm will hopefully help that out, but where we're mostly getting our vulnerable will be exploit. And obviously exploit only puts it up for 3 seconds, but maybe, if you're doing enough damage, that might be enough going into these dungeons. Outside of that, yeah, Whirlwind is a very straightforward build. All of our glyphs are straightforward. The first one, we're taking crit damage. Second is vulnerable. Next is damage to bleed. No, because we're dual wielding two one-handed swords, we're going to be taking the sword glyph. And then we're going to be taking 2 glyphs that boost the magic nodes and radius. So one-handers and then martial, which is part of the shout package. So overall, pretty straightforward. The unique, the legendary glyph nodes that we'll be taking: Blood Rage, another chance of getting berserking, Warbringer just to actually get you some fortify and some defenses, and those are the only 2 for now. I'm getting less sure on my Paragon board progression as I make more and more of these videos, but I mean, I'm still having fun, so. Also, this is going to be a really fast build, so you can take movement speed on the tree and then movement speed whenever you crit. It's going to be kind of ridiculous. Oh, the fourth unique that is, this is not required, but it's great with the combo. So Magnum Opus plus Heart of Selig is basically one of the combos. You go Max Fury. Yeah, without these two, the build may feel strange going dual wield, so you might just want to go two-hander. That's what I would suggest. Everything else is super straightforward. Grasping Whirlwind you can play with or without. If you're in a group with another barb, make him take it, I don't know. Otherwise, yeah, this is going to be one of the strongest builds for sure, unless they really nerf it. So we'll see a lot of people playing some form of this build. Whirlwind will be king for a while. I'm seeing people saying Hoda's jumping up there, but definitely just from ease of use, just from how fast it is, just from how much support you give to a party. If you just take a Whirlwind Barb and plug it into any party, I think it should make that party better. So once again, guys, thanks for sticking around. If you have builds of your own that you want to, basically, if you have any comments on my Whirlwind build, just post them below. I'm always looking to learn. A lot of the theory crafting we're doing here is without actually playing the game. Once it launches, I will jump in and actually start playing these builds to figure out if they're trash or treasure. But anyways, yeah, thanks for stopping by, guys. I will catch you later.